Hello, and thank you for joining me on 8. I am Maggie. I am very, very grateful for your support here as I continue to grow my channel and find my skill set and also find my voice. And so, I wanted to hit you with a roundabout challenge. And this is it. So, we are always challenged by Neville Goddard and Josiah Brandt to imagine wisely. And so today is my friend's birthday, Lisa. She's a very special person, and she's working, helping people heal through pretty complex things, prison system and abuse and trauma and all these things. And she's just amazing. And today is her birthday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. And many more. So I want to just challenge you to the people that you love in your life that are uplifting you, like Billy Carson, Elizabeth Holkstra, Brian Scott, Josiah Bryant, Kyle Boyd, Lisa Rush, Renee Garcia. I mean, the list goes on and on. I want to encourage you to reach out to the people you love. So maybe it's not their birthday, but every day is an important day and a special day for us to be alive and vibrant and giving our gifts. So I want to just challenge you to remember those that you love. Okay, now, and also here where I'm at, today is Martin Luther King Day, and it's in honor of Martin Luther King. And we're going to have an amazing parade in the morning, and it's just to honor one of the greatest leaders that's ever been, who's given some of the most amazing sermons and who has always taught us to choose unity and peace over all the madness. So I just want to give, Billy Carson taught me peace. So peace in, peace out to Martin Luther King. And also, Lisa, your birthday's on Martin Luther King Day. So that's such a good, a blessing. Okay, so we are going to get back to our beautiful read on, you can feel the party feeling, like Martin Luther King and Lisa's birthday. So we're doing Excuses Be Gone with Dr. Wayne Dyer. Why would we ever do this? Because it is a book on how to change lifelong self-defeating thinking habits. And if you even pick up one skill, one tool, it could change your whole life, and it'll definitely change the lives of those around you. As you begin to shift and do your work, the work does you. So we are in we're in part 3, chapter 14. Chapter 14, the title is the third question. What's the payoff? We lie to ourselves in order that we may still have the excuse of ignorance, the alibi of stupidity and incomprehension, possessing which we can continue with a good conscience to commit and tolerate the most monstrous crimes. Aldous Huxley. So the title of this chapter, that was a pretty heavy quote. We lie to ourselves in order that we may still have the excuse of ignorance, the alibi of stupidity and incomprehension, possessing which we can continue with a good conscience to commit and tolerate the most monstrous crimes. Aldous Huxley. So just, take a moment to think of what that would mean to you. We don't want to get stuck in pendulums because they just drain our energy. But what are we standing for? And what are we standing up for? And is it higher order values? And is it service to others? And are we choosing those ideals that are going to help uplift the planet? Okay, so we're going to continue. In the quotation above from Huxley's essay, words and behavior, the monstrous crimes are committed by and against yourself, allowing you to continue habituated and detrimental thought patterns through dishonesty, This third question will help you clarify the psychological system that supports such lying. Why maintain a thinking habit that impedes your highest vision for yourself? Really ask these, like, please, if you can, go back and play the video again. Let these questions roll through your system, because they're speaking deep into the heart and soul of your being and your subconscious. And as you do the work, they will slowly scrub you clean, bright and shiny, beautiful. The old will fall away and the new will come forward. The more that, it takes effort to do our work, but there is a part of us that has to allow God to do the work within us. There's only it's like you have to come to the end of yourself sometimes to know God, and then God comes in and just lifts you to the next plane. So just let these, go back sometimes and re-listen to these videos, because the questions will speak to your heart. I am trying to speak to your heart, speak to your mind, and speak to your best life and to your higher order values. And I really want the best for each and every one of you. So why maintain a thinking habit that impedes your highest vision for yourself? The solution seems easy enough. Simply stop using the excuse. But it obviously takes more than this to eliminate your mental crutches. Otherwise, you have abandoned them by now. It's similar to the alcoholic or drug addict who knows that his reason for not quitting are holding him back, yet his behavior continues unabated. So in some way, you may feel that you're benefiting from your self-sabotaging thoughts, even though the facts indicate otherwise. So subconsciously, these behaviors a lot of times believe that they are protecting you. Even though they're running your life into the gutter, there is a thought, okay, if I push away love, my heart will never be broken and I will be protected. Or if I'm mean to people, then no bad guys will come near me and I'll be protected. Or if I hurt you first, then you can't hurt me. I know these are kind of obvious low-hanging fruit, but the bottom line is be kind to yourself and start to really evaluate, what am I doing and what is going on in my mind and my heart when I'm doing these things? And if you are gentle enough with yourself and honest enough with yourself, as you drill down and you cleanse down to the deepest part of your subconscious, your mind and your heart, you're going to find programs and you're going to find excuses that need to be gone. And I'm telling you, you are worth it. Every single one of you, we need you in this journey. I don't want to call it a battle, because then we are pressing against and creating struggle. I'm just saying, like, let's be in synergy and unity, working through the one goal of coming together. Come together right now over me. Okay, so here we go. Your answer to what's the payoff will give you the insight into reward systems you've carefully constructed. It's the reason you can reach into your big bag of excuses and pull out some gems whenever it's convenient. And the fact that these thought patterns have been with you for most of your life makes them automatic responses, almost automatic responses. So take a moment now to reflect on why your thoughts might sustain behaviors that don't serve your highest ideas. William Wordsworth, the insightful English poet, once remarked, "Habits rule the unreflecting herd," with herd being used as a pejorative term for thinking like everyone else, right? So herd mentality, or even when they talk about vaccinations, if they get vaccinations to a certain point, there's herd immunity, right? So when you're trying to, if David Hawkins' work, we talk about the critical mass. Once we tip it to that critical mass, we're going to the positive. So your goal is to disrupt those habits, like Reverend Ike. He will say right here and right now, I choose to let go of this negative thought of myself. Like, do that to yourself right here And right now, I choose to let go of this excuse that blocks me from having a world-class YouTube channel, you know, whatever it is. Right here, right now, I choose to let go of this excuse that I overeat or whatever it is, okay? So your goal is to disrupt that habit that have led you to act like just one more member of the obedient pack. That requires a new kind of understanding. So this requires a new kind of understanding. Such understanding may be more accessible now than in the first part of your life, which was when you tended to form and accumulate your habits. So Thoreau's words encourage you to make the second part of your life work for you by changing your path. So guys, if you're one of those like indigo children and you're an old soul, like I have a child that was born older than me and is still older than me, I would say at least 2. But anyway, if you're one of them and you are getting the first part of your life right, hallelujah. And if you are here in the second phase and you are like working it and you're getting it right, yes. And if you're in the third, it don't matter where you are, start where you are. It doesn't matter if you're 2 months or 98, just do it. So he wants to encourage you to make the first, second, third, but the second part of your life work for you by changing your path. So at a single okay, this is what he says. As a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a single pathway in the mind, because you got to keep firing that hardware, right? So to make a deep physical path, we walk again and again to make a deep mental path. And we must think over and over the kind of thoughts we wish to dominate our mind. And if you are paying attention to Brian Scott's Reality Revolution, that is all he is trying to do. He is trying to bring the good vibrations and the good affirmations and the good teachings. And then you flip over to Billy Carson and Elizabeth Holstraw. Elizabeth is out there breaking chains, generational curses on trauma and abuse. She is helping people just clear it out of the body, like Dr. Bruce Lipton, like Dr. Amen, like Dr. Greg Braden, like Dr. Joseph Dispenza. I'm just saying, like, there is no excuse why we can't be all we can be in 2023. So we're going to get going. If you're not going, get going. So I'm just saying, you know, if we want to, like Billy Carson, the God Power Blueprint, when it becomes available, please get it. It is amazing. It was like over 11 hours of content. I think when they scrub it up, it'll probably be 10, but it's still over the top. And he had Dr. B serious on it. And I mean, you know, there are so many wonderful people in this world. Dr. Kelly Brogan, who has made a career at helping get people off psych meds and women specifically, but she has made a career out of helping people heal from all kinds of psychological things. So you can do this. So anyway, the Excuses Begone paradigm invites you to explore the same kind of reasoning that created your habit of excuse making, and that develop a new set of beliefs. So just as an elephant can be tethered by a thread, we talked about that in another video, if it believes that it's being held captive, if you believe that you're chained to your excuses, you're in bondage. That is a great image. When you think about the elephant that was trained to be, you know, stuck to that nail, and it's like could rip that out and like rip down a building. I don't want you to get this. We want to imagine wisely, but sometimes we got to get real. So if you thought about yourself being a beautiful elephant, because I think elephants are beautiful, tied to your excuse, I want you all to see yourself ripping that or gently pulling it out, however you are. If you're drama, bring that out. But if you're, you know, Zen, bring that out. But anyway, bring it out and take that excuse and tell that excuse where it's going. I am done with this excuse. I am making the change in my life. I am doing it today, right here and right now. And we're doing this because we need you. That's the bottom line. We need every single person locked and loaded and on board with their mind and heart coherence and all your gifts. Some of you are artists. Some of you are nutritionists. Some of you are cooks. Some of you are doctors like Dr. Michelle. She's off the hook. Lisa's going to be off the hook. There are just so many. Louise, off the hook. Brian Scott, off the hook. Josiah Brandt, off the hook. Presence. Jen Wow, who does the Wishes Fulfilled website, or YouTube channel. Check her out. I did a video on her. You want to be filling yourself with this. Renee Garcia teaches the reality transurfing. There is a teacher for everyone. There is no reason that we are going to stay in bondage anymore. No more excuses. Okay? I want you to be encouraged. And I also want you to know that I mean this in a loving way. You know, if I care, I gotta say something, and I'm saying something. You are valuable. You matter. So you can do this. Whatever it is you need to do to get the excuses. Deanna, another tiger. She's amazing. Watch what happens with Deanna's life in the next 2 years. Even this 1 year. I can't wait. And Kathy with her new business, and Terry with her new business, and Inga with her new business. There's just so many. Tina Briggs, her crystals are like off the hook. And the woman has a heart, just a heart. I'm just saying, there's just, guys, if you can't find the good, you need to start searching, because there's great. God is in everything that's looking back at you. And I know how beautiful we are because you're here with me. So look for the good and you will find it. And resonate there. And like Tesla said, energy, frequency, vibration. Stay in that vibration. If something's bringing you down, it's got to go. So, just as the elephant can be tethered by a thread if it believes that it's been held captive, if you believe that you're chained to your excuses, you're in bondage. Asking what's the payoff allows you to gain insight into the nature of your servitude to old thought processes and help you form a new path in your mind that will soon be well worn. Yes, and that is the positive pathways. So I'm challenging you, reach out. So we started this with Lisa's birthday and Martin Luther King Day. I want you to reach out to the people that touch your life and make a difference in your life. Reach out and let them know. Don't stop not letting people know that they mean something to you and that they are a positive force in this universe and that you can see them succeeding. And the next thing is I want you to ask yourself, what is the payoff if I keep staying in my excuses? And when you figure out what the payoff is, let's get rid of it, because we want to have a different kind of payoff. And I wanted to add one more thing. When they were, oh wait, I'm going to finish this up. Hold on. So for example, there was a time in my life when I consumed 8 or more artificially sweetened soft drinks a day. Ooh, 8? My excuse was that I'd always done this, so it would be way too difficult to break the habit. And then I happened to read Epictetus' Handbook of Conscious Living, written by students from his oral teachings more than 2,000 years ago. Reminds me of the Daniel diet, actually. But anyway, in the Bible. So this passage jumped out at me. Jumped out at him. Nothing is in reality either pleasant or unpleasant by nature, but all things become so by habit. This was a great insight for me. The junk I was drinking daily wasn't pleasurable because of what it was or how it tasted. It was simply something I'd done for so long that I'd worn a path in my brain from which I thought there was no escape. We are escaping, like in Finding Nemo, escape. However you do it, we're doing it. So in 1986, armed with this new insight and nothing more, I began to create a new path. See, it just starts with a thought. I kept reminding myself that this artificially sweetened brown water wasn't pleasurable in and of itself. It was only my habit that made it so. To this day, I haven't even had a sip of any kind of soda. Yeah. And so as you can see, getting to the bottom of why we tread the same path day after day can be very helpful and life-changing. And on that note, I would say like soda just is, man, I love my Coca-Cola. But I'm just here to tell you, like, soda is so bad for us. It increases inflammation. It's way too much sugar. It's just not healthy. If we cut it out, we're going to notice the results. So, in closing, I wanted to leave this comment or this story. You know, they talk about the, alcoholic to drug addict, all these things, whatever. And they like to cite that study. So there was a study that actually looked in the study of the rat who did the cocaine, right? They put the rat in the cage with the cocaine, and the thing just kept hitting that cocaine and hitting that cocaine and hitting that cocaine and just getting, and then eventually so much cocaine, the rat died. So the person, a researcher, and I gotta go look the sightings up for you, but this is real stuff. Look it up. Another researcher started to notice that like all that the rat had was like this cage and the cocaine. So he did a different research where they provided the cocaine to the rat, but they also made like rat heaven. So whatever rats like to do, run around and eat things and socialize, socializing and, basically the equivalent of having a happy life. And what they found was very difficult results. When the rats had options and they were like happy rats and they were interacting with their rat friends and getting to exercise, they didn't do the cocaine to death. They didn't sounds like they used it sometimes, but they didn't use it. So they came to one of the observations, because we all know that when we start to observe things, that's when it manifests. So what they began to observe, that if a rat had a happy life and felt connected to its community and had options, then it didn't do the cocaine to death. And I want you to think about that. What is it that you're trying to give up right now? Is it Coca-Cola? Is it soda? Is it alcohol? Is it harder things? Is it like, do you not exercise? Or are you like consumed with negative thinking or whatever it is? And then challenge yourself to make not your rat cage, but your life big, beautiful, lovely, amazing, beloved, wonderful, all the good stuff. Start putting things in your life that you actually want to wake up to. I know it sounds so silly, but whatever that is, if it's art, or if it's walking, or if it's gardening, or if it's like learning about lima beans, or studying ocean creatures, or volunteering. I mean, service to others, that'll bring you up quick. So I'm just saying, I want to challenge you. It's so much, like Dr. Bruce Lipton has just talked about it in just how our environment with the epigenetics, that's the thing, that if you're stressed, that's going to turn on the genes that are going to make people sick. So environment's critical. So I'm just wanting to challenge you with that too. So we start out with Martin Luther King and Lisa's birthday. So I'm challenging you to reach out to the people you love and let them know they matter to you. I'm also challenging you to ask yourself the question, what's the payoff for me to stick in my excuses? And the other thing I want to challenge you to, or just ask you to observe, is look around, aka your rat cage. Go look around your life and find ways that you can make your life something you want to wake up to, something you want to wake up to, something you love, and something that's going to get you going. Because I'm telling you, we need to get you all going. Because there's every single one of you we need. There are amazing healers in listening to these videos. There are amazing prayers. There are amazing speakers. There's amazing teachers that like you, we got it going on here. So I'm just telling you, whatever you got to do to drop the old man, like Reverend Ike says, drop the old man and cross out the old man and bring in the new man. All right? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. When you do get a chance, please hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's there. Press the like button. Woo! And leave your positive comments. I look forward to hearing from you. But thank you so much. And as you know, peace in, peace out.